I'm Anthony Cool Ant Williams, and this is Live Like Kings in Focus.
The community is important to me because I feel like it plays a big role in who we are as a person, as an individual. A big bulk of our experiences and encounters happen in the space that we operate in, the space that we grow up in, the people that surround us, the things that surround us. And you know, growing up in Baltimore is not always the best. And if I can do what I can to contribute my little pieces to it, to try to beautify it, to try to just make it easier on people outside of that, and hopefully they do the same for me in return, you know, because like we all we got, so like if we're not gonna help each other, then who else will? Some of the things that I can say I saw in Baltimore that really moved me to want better. See, I like to be transparent because I'm never one to point a finger and say, oh, it was this that made me think about it. It was you that made me think about it. I start internally, man. A lot of stuff started with my own family. There was a lot of things my family was going through, a lot of things that was happening within my own family that I was really pushing and I wanted to change. And then, stepping outside is like going out my front door, and I see it happening in the outside world, and now it just becomes a bigger mission. Kid, I used to like watch the guys on the block, and they used to have like all this money, and I saw like what everybody was doing to take away from the hood, and to like tear it apart. But I didn't really see too much of like it being built, and I just wanted to be that balance. I just wanted to create some type of balance. So if it was me going out, just talking to some of the people that I knew was having a bad day, or me going out making sandwiches or trying to feed the block, and like even when I was a kid, my family did it. Like my grandmother did it, my mother do it. Pops do it, and you know it's kind of just it's embedded in me, and I'm just happy that I can be that contribution.
It's hard to just choose one. I guess an event that Ann Stone was probably the toy drop / bike giveaway, and give kids something to wake up to during Christmas. I know, with the pandemic, it made a way to where those parents can do both. So I just think it was overall dope that during the pandemic, he thought about others over himself.
There's some Cool Ant, aka Neighborhood Nick, reporting to y'all live from Christmas Caravan 2020. Shout out to Baltimore Brothers, shout out to Rich Foundation, and Neighborhood Hero. We all are here. 300 bikes, we're a little short of our goal, but we're gonna make it happen throughout the day. Nonetheless, the line is long, and people are excited. We're about to parade through the neighborhood real quick to get the vibes high as we possibly can before we get to the give back.
Having so many connections, Ant doesn't put himself on a pedestal or thinks he's better than anyone else. He's overall just down to earth person, man. You can be around him and you would never know, he does so much. So I would just say my top word would probably be humble.
And we have a youth program that works with kids like 12 to 21. And we do a prevention program, so we're just trying to give them like positive outlets, get them off the streets, keep them busy, work on any anxiety, depression, trauma, all that type of stuff.
What's up, Tom? Your name, Antonio? Yeah. That's the second time somebody called me OG.
He is truly an inspiration, especially like this year. Everything's been like so unknown and uncertain, so this is really cool that he linked up and we were able to do this with a couple of kids.
Y'all just gave one of the young boys on my block a bite. That was so nice. That was sweet. I'll give y'all a shout out.
Neighborhood Hero is a nonprofit that I actually just started this year. I always did community work, but I never really had nothing solidified on what it was or what I wanted to build to. It was just me pursuing my passion, and I always say doing God's work. And I always wanted to have my own nonprofit, but I never let me wanting to start that stop me from starting the work. So I'm wanting to believe in doing the work without having the title. And you know, this year I was blessed to come up with the name, and a lot of it was inspired by Nipsey Hussle. You know, they called him Neighborhood Nip, and I just love the fact that he was his genuine self, but never lost the connection of the relationship with the people around him. And he did what he had to do to better himself and allow his cup to run over to the people that was around him. And you know, that played a big part of me wanting to do what I wanted to do, and just seeing his life, you know, being cut so short. And the amazing part behind that was, like, even in that, his legacy still live on. Like literally the marathon continues. So I just want to leave that. I want to leave my mark.
Yes, sir. Shooters out today.
So one of the things I did to make a shift as far as health in the city is I partnered with a few trainers in Baltimore, and we started a community fitness group called Building Bodies and Bonds. And what we do is we provide free group workouts, and along with that, we host weekly community runs. During the wintertime, they're pop-up runs, but the summertime, they're every week. So every Tuesday, you can find us outside, and we're running on Tuesdays. But like the whole thing behind that was this whole coronavirus. I just started doing some research because I was really curious of why this virus was affecting the black community a lot more than other races. And I came across a life expectancy map that was created by Baltimore City, and it was broken down by the zip codes. And I saw that within these zip codes, you know, in the black community, we were living almost 10 to 20 years less than the other communities. And this was outside of, you know, police brutality. This is all based off of like our health. And I thought about it like, wow, if we take away black on black crime and we take away police brutality, we're still dying a lot earlier than these other people. So it's like, that's a whole nother fight that we should be fighting and we need to be fighting. So, you know, that was my motivation to say, all right, what can we do as people? And, you know, the one thing that we can do is just get together and do what we can with what we have, rather that be running shoes and we hitting the pavement, or rather that be on a pull-up bar, or rather that be crunches, or whatever it is that we can do this. To just start motivating people to incorporate fitness in their everyday life.
Yeah. Never looking back, always forward. Never running from a challenge, run for it. Born a fighter, so the fight in me's enormous. If you ever seen victory is gorgeous, I could put the whole team on my shoulders. By any means, we some universal soldiers. Don't ever try to gamble with the high rollers. You rolling with us or you getting rolled over. The gloves are coming off. The gloves are coming off.